Hi, I'm Kara, and today we're going to talk about this drink that I'm drinking most nights as I make dinner that is an alcohol substitute. It tastes like rocks, and why I'm choosing this over alcohol in my life right now. So Kava or Kava tea is a tea that is traditionally made from a root. In traditional cultures, it's been around for hundreds or thousands of years, and it's just kind of making its way into popularity in the United States, and so I thought I'd give you a little heads up and overview of it. So Kava is a root. It's made into tea. I do it in my Vitamix, which I'll show you in a minute, exactly how I do it. It's a really straightforward process, easy to do, a little bit messy, a little bit more time consuming and messy than making regular tea with a tea bag, but it's definitely something that I have enjoyed using it as an alcohol substitute. So I kind of feel like a lot of us moms in the evenings, especially as we're making dinner and kids are hungry and they're acting up and we're all maybe a little bit overstimulated, we are looking for something to just mellow us out a little bit. And some of us have, I think the mommy wine culture has started to get a little bit out of control, and we're probably going to start looking for options that can give us that calm without the impairment that comes with alcohol. And so this is something where Kava, I think, can really play a role. There are some risks that we'll talk about in a little bit, and it's something that's not, I wouldn't recommend it for children, and I wouldn't recommend drinking it in unlimited amounts. But as kind of a supplement or a tea to enjoy for the relaxation without the impairment of alcohol and without the hangovers and without the other stuff that comes from alcohol, I really feel like this is a great substitute and something that a lot of us will enjoy. So Kava is a tea made from a root. It's an alcohol substitute that doesn't cause the impairment. So after I drink a glass of Kava or like a mug full of Kava, I feel perfectly fine driving. It's not something that, I think if I drink like a quart or like was drinking it all day long, it might cause a problem, but it's really not something. And I'm one of those people that if I drink a drink, I won't drive for like 4 hours afterwards. I can really feel the effects, and I don't like to drive unless I'm 100% alert. So Kava is known for giving you the relaxation, like kind of being able to relax your shoulders and just kind of get through whatever. It's a great treatment. It's a holistic treatment or like a natural treatment for managing stress or anxiety is something that it's used for often. But then it's also something that a lot of people are turning to now as an alcohol substitute. There are side effects, and so if you Google is Kava safe, and it's even illegal in some countries, because there's two different kinds of Kava. So the kind of Kava that I'm talking about here is noble Kava, and it's like 2-hour Kava. There's another kind that's, I don't think it's even available to purchase in the United States, and it's a 2-day Kava, and that Kava does have some liver toxicity correlations with it. But this noble Kava is something that's been used pretty often in lots of traditional cultures, and they've done studies on these cultures, and they have not seen any problems with liver unless the people are also taking like prescription drugs that affect their liver. So it is an acquired taste. Kava tastes kind of like dirt or rocks. My 4-year-old smelled my cup. He's like, "It smells like the rocks at the park, Mom." And then my 10-year-old affectionately calls it, which I'll show you how it drips through the nut milk bag or the muslin bag. He calls it my peeing tea or my peeing dirt. So anyways, it is an acquired taste, and it will make your mouth a little bit numb at first. So that can be a little bit surprising. You can get shaker bottles to make it without doing the blender method that I'm going to show you in a minute. That's supposed to yield a less strong Kava. And so if you want to get the benefits of it, you can either traditionally massage it and like knead it, which is how it's done in traditional cultures, or you can use the blender method, which is what I do. So to do the blender method, I use my Vitamix. A regular blender would work as well. I use a 1/4 cup of Kava, and this is going to make like 4-ish servings. So I use a 1/4 cup of the Kava powder, and Kava comes, I like the Calm with Kava brand, which I'll link to down below. Kava comes like kind of as a powdered, ground up, dried root. And so I use a 1/4 cup of that and about a quart or like 6 cups of water. And I just blend that right up. It's really easy. You just dump both in. I use cool, like room temperature filtered water from my Berkey water filter. Plenty of people use tap water. Some people will tell you to use hot water. And there is evidence that might kind of denature or sort of neutralize. I'm not sure, but it's not supposed to be super good to get it super hot. And so that's using hot water is generally not recommended anymore, though you might find that and other places on the internet. So then we blend it for 4 minutes, and in the Vitamix, if you're blending on high for 4 minutes, it does get pretty warm. I don't think it's so hot, especially since it's only for 4 minutes, that it's going to be causing problems with your Kava. If you're worried about that, you could just do the Vitamix on like 7, or in your regular blender, blending on high for 4 minutes probably won't get it too hot. And then from there, we strain it through a nut milk bag or like a muslin bag, or you could use cheesecloth probably. Just anything like that. It takes about an hour if you get it really blended up. It emulsifies really well, and it takes about an hour to strain it. And then after it's strained, the part that you strain, and you usually strain it right into a bowl, that's the Kava that you enjoy. So I will take like a cup out and enjoy that as right after I make it, and then I store the other few cups in the fridge in a covered container. I usually just use a mason jar, and it's good for 3 or 4 days. And then you're gonna want to not make like, I'm not sure how it freezes, I've never tried it, but I don't think it's something that you wanna make like 30 days worth at a time, because it doesn't have any probiotics in it. It doesn't have anything that would prevent it from going bad. And I'm not sure how it would hold up in the fridge. So if I'm gonna make extra, I just make sure I use it within 3 or 4 days. To get the most effects of it, some people will try it and they won't notice anything. You want to drink it on an empty stomach. So right before, either first thing in the morning, especially people that use it for anxiety, if they have like generalized anxiety, first thing in the morning instead, or before your coffee is a time that is good to take it. Or what I usually do is right before dinner. And so it's been like probably 3 or 4 hours since I had lunch. My stomach's pretty empty. And that's usually when I have it. And I have noticed that if I drink it like after dinner, I really don't notice an effect at all. So to get just like that kind of gentle relaxation, I first heard about this on the Mommypotamus blog. And Heather, I love Heather, and I love like all the stuff that she tries, I really trust, which is kind of why I wanted to try this for myself. But she describes it as like a relaxation, kind of as if you had spent all day at the beach. And so it's not like a really impairment, it's not like being drunk, but it's just kind of taking the edge off a little bit, and it's a nice relaxed feeling, maybe a little bit of a mood boost. And then Kava is something that, this is our last point, is it's thought to have a reverse tolerance. And so where you might need to drink a whole glass to kind of feel it or get the benefits from it, is something that your body gets used to, and then it starts responding to more. So it's not like alcohol, where people will build up a tolerance to alcohol, and where they used to get drunk off of like 2 beers, then suddenly they need like 4 beers to get that same amount of drunk. Kava is supposed to be actually the opposite, where you get more of the benefits as your body gets used to it, and it's called a reverse tolerance. So I just thought that was interesting as we're looking around for different natural remedies, especially for stress or anxiety, which are both really common things in our culture. I thought this traditional root is something that a lot of you guys would like to see more about. So thanks for joining me today, and I will be back soon. If you want to click over there, you can learn more and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.